All right, we'll move on to some other teams. I'll talk about some more Cavs at the end. But I want to hear what you have to say about D'Lo and the Knicks, because that's been a report that's been going on for a little bit now too. I think I would love to see D'Lo back in New York, but he ain't a defender, and Tom Thibodeau likes his defenders. So, where do you stand on D'Lo to the Knicks?
I actually like that move, and I like it. Yeah, the defense is not what you're getting from D'Lo, but I think you're getting better size, and you're actually getting a point guard that actually shines in bigger markets.
Yeah,
and he would literally have the floor. Like I think D'Lo would work in that. I really do think D'Lo would work in that roster, especially if they sign and draft the players. We think some defensive players that maybe can shoot, two-way players. I think D'Lo would excel because I think they need a decent sized guard. That's why I'm not really high on Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. I just think he's a little too small they need a 6'5". They need something to complement RJ Barrett, Randall, and the size. I don't think D'Lo gets them in sticky situation. I think that'd be the best case scenario for the Knicks.
The issue I see is look what happened when they did try and bring in offensive players to put with Tom Thibodeau. Look at Kemba. And you look at Evan Fournier, a lot of people will say it's those two players' fault, but in realism, if you actually give an extra thought, did Kemba Walker fail on the Knicks because he sucked, or was it Tom Thibodeau? Because there's evidence to say it was Tom Thibodeau, because look at how Evan Fournier went. Evan Fournier was not the same player he was on the Magic when they were making the playoffs, and even a little bit the Celtics in the short time he had on the Celtics. I don't know. It's something about Tom Thibodeau just doesn't stick well with me. And I just feel like D'Lo would fail. Like, he wouldn't fit in with what Tom Thibodeau wants. And people will say Derrick Rose was there, though, right? Derrick Rose. But Tom Thibodeau has been with Derrick Rose for so long. And he was one of the only guys there. The season when they succeeded, they had Elfrid Payton running the point guard. They had other defenders too, like Frank Ntilikina was there. He played a lot of defensive guards that year as well.
The only problem I have with that, I don't think any of those players minus Elfrid Payton, none of those guards was as good as a playmaker as D'Lo, which I think that's where I think it levels off. Defensively, he's about the same as all of those guards you just named. But I think because Kemba Walker, case in point, with Kemba Walker being a 6'1" guard that's only really known for offense, he's not a well-known passer, defender, rebounder. Once you cut him off from offense, he's not bringing anything else, right? And because Tom Thibodeau, we've seen he relies heavily on his point guards. He relied heavily on his point guards to get his team involved. I think that's what messed it up. I think Elfrid Payton actually at the time was better because even if he wasn't scoring, he still was a decent passer. He was a decent defender. He was a decent rebounder. I think with D'Lo, even we've seen him not be consistent offensively, but he was a really great passer. And I think that is what's going to be I think actually if you keep Fournier and you replace Kemba with D'Lo, I think that whole team will be drastically better. Actually, I think they make the playoffs, actually, with the same team. Yeah, if you swap Kemba with D'Lo, same team with D'Lo, I think they make the playoffs.
Wow. Interesting call there. I don't know if this gets done. I think they should go for Malcolm Brogdon. I think he would be a much better fit than D'Lo, to be honest. I think Brogdon's a better playmaker, and he's a much better defender, and he's more of a consistent catch and shoot 3-point shooter.
I like him, yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I'd go with him.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
But I wonder what the asking price is for him, though.
D'Lo or Brogdon?
No, for Malcolm Brogdon. Yeah,
I think they would be able to trade Kemba, someone else, and a lottery protected first to get Brogdon to the team. And I think the Knicks would do that because Kemba would be a nice veteran role player that could then come off the bench and finally, I think, just score and do nothing else. Then maybe a player like Alec Burks would come in and be a nice role player for them. And then they would get an instant first-round pick.
So would you give up that 11th pick for Brogdon? For the Knicks, would you give up Kemba in that 11th to get Brogdon?
Yeah, I would. I would do that.
I like it. Had you not said that, I wouldn't have been all in. But yeah. If you do it, I'm all yeah.
All right,
I like it.
We're running out of time again. I don't know how this keeps happening. This don't feel like 40 minutes. I need to chat with Zoom about this, I reckon.
Through the wastelands, through the